So I've been wanting to direct for the last so many years. But whenever somebody was giving me a script, I used to read it and I said, it's not me. I have done this 23 years back when I did Om Jai Jagdish.
And I've always been very inclined towards actors where the directors had, because they know exactly what we as actors, process.
Euphoria.
That's simply
I respect and love him hell of a lot.
Similarly, I am not comfortable doing item songs.
Right.
To me, sex is a private affair. Whether it is between the hero and heroine, the wife and husband, or lovers, anybody, it's a private thing. It should remain like that. So one girl exposed to the public in front of multiple people dancing and saying that, yes, I am available for you. That's the definition of item song I understand within my limited knowledge and limited exposure to this entertainment industry.
Hello and welcome to CNN News 18. You know, when you sit with great stalwarts, what else could be better than a greater conversation? But however, today we're here to talk about something even bigger, even greater. We're here to talk about Tanvi The Great, the film.
Thank you.
Anupam sir, we loved the trailer. Thank you so much for doing this at the first place.
Thank you.
And I'm sure when I say this, when we walked out of the theatre, there was not a single person who didn't have a little warmness in their eyes and a little bit of hope as well. When this came to you, it's something that is very close to you, something that is very close to your family as well. Take us through this whole journey of how you put pen to paper and you said, this is where I need to start.
So I've been wanting to direct for the last so many years. But whenever somebody was giving me a script, I used to read it and I said, it's not me. I have done this 23 years back when I did Om Jai Jagdish. I loved making that film, but I was doing it as a person who is a busy actor who's got a film to direct also. So when I told about that incident and how Tanvi said in a wedding that I said, what are you looking at? She said, I'm looking at my world. It was so difficult to discover what was her world, because I know her since she was a child. And she used to, whenever I used to say that, Tanvi, sing a song, and she will say, okay, she will sing a song. There was no stop, etc. She was like Adi. Adi was strangely an example that came across. I did not even think that I will call him on stage, but he calls me every day. So I said, I think I should call him. And then I thought that because Tanvi sings, the girl will also be a singer. So how do I make her job difficult? She should do something. And I come from Shimla, which was the headquarters of Western Command at that time. So I've grown up on a hill station with army officers, looking at them, being with them, did a play with them, and I love them. And flag. These are some visuals of my childhood, because I've been there for all the wars as a citizen. And then I said, it will be nice if Tanvi wants to join army. And then I was very happy and lucky to have Abhishek and Ankur as my co-writers. And we spent days and days together. And the first cut of the film was 4 hours.
Oh.
Because nothing, कुछ भी काटने का दिल नहीं कर रहा था. कुछ भी काटने का दिल नहीं कर रहा था. सर ने पहला 4 hours का कट देखा था, जो फर्स्ट असेंबल्ड कट होता है.
Right.
और सर का रिएक्शन ये था, ये सभी ठीक है. So और मेरा काम डिफिकल्ट हो गया. But then I chopped off. I thought not be indulgent. I always wanted to be a larger than life film and yet having a real to real problems. And always had somehow something like visuals of Sound of Music, songs where actors are not singing out of character, they're part of the songs. So that's why there is a music teacher, Baman plays the music teacher. She suddenly bursts into a song which we are releasing, which is about Sena, जो उसने गाया था, शगुन ने.
Shagun.
And Kausar ji was such a brilliant writer, lyricist, because we were living together and sort of in Hyderabad, in his house, we were working in his studio. So we had the time, the luxury of sticking to goodness and autism superhero theme. So that's how it became, but it was tough because just 1 month before the film was to start, our main financier told us that he can't finance the film. Then I wrote to some friends of mine who live abroad, who are doctors, engineers, psychiatrists. They give it certain money, and that's how it was made.
I understand.
But I had the greatest time shooting this film. Whether we were composing music, means I was part of his composing, or whether we were shooting.
I understand. I understand. Pallavi ma'am, I would like to come to you. Again, consecutive films with Anupam sir as well. How is it working with him every single time? And this time he's also worn the hat of a director. So was it easier? Was it like the same co-actor that you always worked with?
Same co-actor that I always worked with in the scenes with him. But without him, when I had scenes only with Shivangi, that time it was very refreshing seeing him as a director. And I've always been very inclined towards actors where the directors had, because they know exactly what we as actors, process.
Right.
And it's also very helpful for us actors if the director knows a little bit about acting.
True.
So, as I said earlier in the press conference, between the two of us, I think we started enjoying, this entire process so much that it would end up becoming a workshop more than a scene. But then I'm glad that we could do different variations so that he at least had a good a collection of emotions and interpretations of the scenes to choose from in the edit. And if I had worked with a director who doesn't understand acting and had made me do all those retakes, I would have probably been very upset. But with him, I think it was just wonderful.
I understand. Jackie sir, coming to you. आपने भी अनुपम sir क्या, you have a relation that goes beyond just films and your professional life. You guys are family. When you saw him as a director and when he was directing you, do this, do that. Like ma'am said, did that kind of bring back the kind of emotions and the kind of affection that you had always for Anupam sir? What was the feeling like when he said action? What was your feeling like?
Euphoria.
That's simply.
I respect and love him hell of a lot. I trust him blindly. So for me it is, and we've been friends for years, and we worked in a lot of films together, all kinds. It was just a pleasure. It was pleasure. The film was a totally pleasure to work with, a total soul cleansing, and it was freedom given beautifully. The way he guided me, the way he made me act, the nuances. He reinvented me in a way. I mean, I work with many directors. I'm bindas. With him, it was like learning. Total learning, and I had given myself in his hands.
Also because I know him personally, didn't have to do much about, and he's very stylish.
Of course.
As a person, so I added that style. I remember the first.
I remember you asking me to walk in a certain way.
It was his first entry sequence. So I said, why don't you just tilt a little and walk like that? And that's his introduction scene, and when with the music and with it looks so dynamic, because when we were having a screening in London, in London we were supposed to have a sort of sophisticated audience. At his entry, they were all clapped.
Thanks.
Yeah, they were all clapping.
Going crazy.
They went bananas. So it was so, not that it was because of me, because I told you to tilt like that, because the whole thing, he carries it so well. Sorry, he was supposed to be talking.
No, it's okay. It's okay. So please.
That's how it should be.
It should be.
I don't want to talk much. He can talk. He's a guy who's a storyteller, and he talks beautiful, makes things look good.
Knowing actors.
Knowing
actors and knowing them personally was easier for me to sort of. I did not know her at all, but she was a student and she was a pupil, and we had to mold her to this thing.
So was I. I was a newcomer. I've never been directed by him. And he's a man who's got a school, beautiful school happening where people are learning lovely and actors like,
Shubhangi, yeah.
So for me, my director was my teacher.
Absolutely.
Oh, thank you.
That's a fact.
Comes with experience, sir. Comes with experience, no doubt.
No, I think this it's very moving when fellow actors who are friends are so generous. And I'm not saying it out of this thing. It's a very moving and humbling experience. Sir, se pucho a question.
Sir, how was your work with the whole institution that he is? You yourself are somebody who has brought our nation a lot of accolades recently. So how was it with him?
Nishad ji, let me speak about few conditions which are normally we practice and they are there in the music production industry. When I was introduced to Neeraj Pandey long back, some years back, by some common producer. So I was first meeting Neeraj Pandey and Sheetalji of Friday Films. So we started working on a movie called Special Chabbis. So I was new to Neeraj Pandey and his style, and we just started our journey. We were just introduced. We are not even friends. So after listening to the story and situations, there was this wedding song. Opening mein, I said, "Sir, can you excuse me from this particular song because I cannot compose. Because whatever I don't believe, I cannot do. Whatever I do with sincerity. I don't believe in grand weddings and I don't believe in people, whoever comes to the wedding and celebrate, they are all with pure mind, they are blessing the couple. Maybe some of them are jealous, some of them are pretending, it's all fake, mostly. So I cannot vibe with a wedding celebration or anything happening there. So can you excuse me for this thing? Then they said, no, your screen name will be shared with other music director. Is it fine? It's fine. What's wrong in it? Whatever I can do, I wish to do. Whatever I cannot do, I accept that this is not my cup of tea. You cannot, you are a violinist. You are a violinist. Am I right?
Yeah.
So you cannot play veena.
That's true.
You cannot be playing saxophone. You are good at playing violin. So they understood me and they gave it to someone else. The rest of the songs were done by me.
Right.
And the background score was done by Surendra Sodi ji. That because I was not free that time. My dates were not available. Similarly, I am not comfortable doing item songs.
Right.
No, if I ask you a question, how do you define an item song? What, in a 2 sentences, what is the definition of an item song?
Probably what we groove to as a dance number.
Pardon me?
Probably like something like a dance number.
I beg to differ.
Okay.
To my knowledge and to my exposure, to my understanding, I define item song is not just a dance number.
Okay.
See, if it is a dance number, you are free to call it a dance song. Here you are not calling it dance song, it's an item song. Let me elaborate. See, to me, sex is a private affair. Whether it is between the hero and heroine, the wife and husband, or lovers, anybody, it's a private thing. It should remain like that. So one girl exposed to the public in front of multiple people dancing and saying that, yes, I am available for you. That's the definition of item song I understand within my limited knowledge and limited exposure to this entertainment industry. Please correct me if I am wrong. So, I don't wish to compose any item songs. So, these are the primary qualifications in my acceptance to compose music for Tanvi The Great. There is no item song. There is no wedding song. and there is no hero introduction song. So that's how I entered into the project. And once I entered, I am very happy to be working with Anupam ji, because he repeated a great experience of mine when I was working with Ms. K. Balachandar. He's called Iyakkunar Shigaram in Tamil.
Correct.
Iyakkunar Shigaram means the peak, the Everest of the directors. And I believe that he deserves that title. See, we get titles. Many of us get titles. So and so, Mr. So and so. I don't like titles at all. But only exception is K. Balachandar. So when I was working with Ms. K. Balachandar, he said once, "Are there any stock tunes you compose for others?" "Yes, sir, there are many. But unfortunately, they consider it like they're used second-hand things. They are not interested in second-hand items. No. Bring out, give me, show me them." Then he used to listen to all of them, and he used to pick some of the tunes he liked very much and select them. That was a great experience. Then I thought, why a director will feel bad to approve a tune composed by the artist immediately. I mean the first version itself. Why they keep asking for the second version, third version, और कुछ बोल और बनाओ. Then I was I'm imagining these conditions. Maybe his antaratma says, antaratma is conscience. Conscience says, "Hey idiot, don't okay the first tune. If you okay the first tune, they may consider you are not a genius. You should ask for second tune, third tune, fourth tune. Then they will feel, you are a great director. You are not happy with the first version. Second, third, aur karo. This is good. Because the first tune is never good. Maybe that's the concept, or that's the art. Maybe by default, every director considers every music composer a cheater. He is a cheat. He is trying to sell me off with something. He is coming up with something. He is trying to cheat me. Let us torture him. Let's extract the best out of him. Come on, do it. I am paying you. I am the paymaster. Do. So that is the idea behind getting many options and selecting one from many options, which Mr. K. Balachandar hardly did. He never used to do that. Because he believed in sincerity, then only he used to engage artists or technicians on the basis of their trust, his trust on them and their sincerity and their devotion to the work. When you are devoted to your work, the best thing will come in the first only.
Right.
That had happened again after ages with Anupam ji. That's the best thing I experienced in working for Tanvi The Great movie.
Wow. That's
Almost all the songs, out of the 9 songs or 10 songs, most of them are the first go.
wow.
Because the first was best. No, seriously. I don't think we did the first song was Manchala, which you sang today. है ना? अब कैसे उसको कह सकते हैं कि नहीं अच्छा नहीं है. हाँ, बड़ा अच्छा है, बहुत अच्छा है. दूसरा भी बड़ा अच्छा है. मैं तो बताया था आपसे पहले जब हम इंटरव्यू दे रहे थे, जो क्लाइमैक्स सॉन्ग है, जो पल्लवी जी का फेवरेट है, मेरा फेवरेट है. I was shocked because I came up with an idea that instead of having music, let's have song here, which we have repeated earlier. So let's. So he said, okay, कौसर जी क्या लगता है? तो कौसर जी ने कहा मुझे लगता है कोरस होना चाहिए पहले. अच्छा कोरस होना चाहिए. It is so effective on the screen. You just now how can I say दूसरा सुनाइए.
Sir, let me tell you something. See, sir, if the music composer is trying to sell away some substandard item to the producer or director, it is not the producer and director alone getting affected. The music director is also putting his career at stake.
Yes, absolutely.
That's true.
He needs to survive with the best. The people, unfortunately, they don't understand this simple logic. This is very simple logic.
Thank you, sir. This is amazing.
Wow, that's a good comparison, sir. That's a very good comparison to K. Balachandra sir as well.
Unbelievable.
Shubhangi, I'll come to you. It's quite difficult after watching the trailer to call you Shubhangi. It naturally comes as Tanvi. I'm sorry. So, I'm pretty sure it's very difficult at times when people see somebody in a character and they forget the name and they refer to that person obviously as the character, and that stays forever. I think that's there for you as well. I mentioned this as well when I was meeting with the trailer launch as well. How was the whole experience to get into the skin of the character? You've learned under him. Did he come to the set and tell you, forget whatever I taught you, just be what this is?
Yeah. Yes, of course, yeah. Every time there have been a lot of instances and moments he's like, भूल जाओ सब कुछ, एकदम खाली हो जाओ, अब मैं जो बता रहा हूँ वो करो, वो सुनो. And then he used to make sure, he used to be like, go, take your time. He used to also lock me in the room and just like be with yourself, gather your thoughts, gather yourself, and that's when you have to perform in front of the camera. And every time, because I know, sir, he's very expressive, so I know when he really likes something, when he likes a shot, he will make sure the person knows that he likes it. But when he doesn't like, he will also make sure the person knows that he didn't like. And he's like, and then because I remember this one incident happened with Jackie sir, and I was just like, I don't know, something was maybe like not working out or something, and I thought that he's not satisfied, because usually after every take, first take, 2 takes, he used to be happy. He's like, amazing, acha, acha. And then I used to get happy, and I think that used to like kept me going.
Of course.
And then after that take, he was like, no, just something is not right. But then we were running out of time. I went in the corner, I started crying. I was very good friends with our writers, Abhishek sir and Ankur sir, and I was like, I want to do it again. I know he's not satisfied, I know he's not happy, and I know I can do it. They're like, go talk to him. Then I was like, I'm crying and I'm telling him, so please let me do it once again. I know I can do it.
Yeah,
and then we just...
sequence है ना, जब वो डब्बे के मैंने आपको बताया था, मैंने कहा रो रही है, दोबारा करना है.
And then he listened. So he actually the way he shielded, because he knew the character that I'm playing, and I think because also he's an actor and he's so empathetic, he knows what a person is going through, like the emotions, because he said, इसमें आप acting कर ही नहीं सकते हो. You have to become that person, and it has to come from within. Because if it comes from within, then the audience will feel it.
No doubt.
So I think everything, and because of his due diligence and everything, I think I could hold the entire character throughout our schedule before, and it stayed with me even after we completed the shoot.
So the first day, because I had not told a lot of people who is doing Tanvi. I said, यार सीधा एक दिन रीडिंग की थी, और रीडिंग में नहीं पता लगता. तो जब हम फर्स्ट डे शूटिंग कर रहे थे पल्लवी जी के साथ और इनके साथ, तो स्केप्टिकली धीरे सारे यूनिट के 240 में से कम 100 लोग जो थे, वो बाथरूम वाले सीट में से बाहर आती है और जिससे बात करते, तो पीछे देख रहे थे कि अभी क्या होगा, डिजास्टर होगा, मेन रोल कर रही है. यूजुअली मॉनिटर पे देखते हैं ना लोग, मॉनिटर होते हैं. हमारे यहाँ मॉनिटर पे किसी को देखने को अलाउड नहीं था,
राइट,
एक्सेप्ट फॉर मी एंड इफ वी नीड समबडी. So they were all so thrilled, especially when she also did that breakdown, whatever scene that she did. I think a lot of credit goes to her because she managed to focus. She managed to go off her social media. We told her, I said, you cannot be on a social media. Look, I come from a drama school where my teacher was so strict. But whatever I am today, every time before I go to any performance, I said, thank you, sir, thank you, sir, thank you for being so strict. Because performing arts needs strict nature. आप म्यूजिक में नहीं कर सकते. म्यूजिक में आपका टीचर आपको बोलता नहीं, सारे गामा पाना 50,000 बार गाओ. आपने बताया इन्होंने कि वायलेंस सीखी है, आपने 50 बार. एक्टिंग में सबको लगता है कि कैजुअल इज बीइंग एक्टिंग. So you needed to. So I was sometimes very harsh with her in terms of her, but she was brilliant. She was the best student possible on the set.
Wow.
Yeah, very, very good. I don't mind saying it, because if sometimes when I was editing the scene, मैंने इसको बोला भी था एक दिन फोन करके. She did a scene with Mr. Arvind Swamy, where she comes for a last advice from him, and the light was going and things like that. And then I called her up. I said, you have done this scene very well. Very difficult to have. दिमाग मत खराब कर लेना अपना, please. Please. It was very difficult to be on the screen with Jackie sir, Pallavi ji, me, Ian Glenn के साथ नहीं था, अपना बमन जी.
Yes. Not so
and
sure.
yet you want to look at Tanvi.
Of course. The attention goes to her. I mean, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
I understand.
But one thing I would like, if I may add,
Please, please.
it's always difficult to work with children. And that's why whenever we talk about directors who are especially good with children, उनकी बहुत तारीफ होती है. But after this film, I must say it was also very difficult to work with newcomers because उनका एक mindset होता है, especially for somebody like Shubhangi who's done a brilliant job in the film. But you know, working with everybody who has far more years of experience than her. So what happened is, naturally as actors, you know, on sets, once our shot is over, we would sit down together, we would start yapping, start gossiping, start, you know, whatever. Even if it's a serious scene, we would laugh, we would have fun. Anupam ji very, you know, pointedly used to take her out of that situation, and he would tell her that तुम जाओ वापस vanity में बैठो, you don't sit with these people.
Don't break out of the
Because
character.
इनको
basically.
पता है, they know how to switch on and switch off.
Right.
We've been doing it for years. That is our
Yes.
profession. So we go in front of the camera, we can catch on to that emotion. But for her to reach there, she may not be able to do it in the first film. It will take her a few years of experience
Certainly.
to reach there. So for her to take her out of that situation and make sure that she remains in that mood was something which, you know, only a teacher like
Of
him
course,
could
no
have
doubt.
thought.
Been the perfect guru, sir. I'm telling
I
you.
think it was important. But also, I think one more thing, बहुत तारीफ हो रही सुनो भी. She did not come with a mindset of wanting to be a heroine.
Okay.
Now, क्या होता है, with all my love for newcomers, they want to be a Bollywood heroine who will get 3-4 songs, who will and one scene, you know, one scene जिसमें वो बोल सकते नहीं ऐसा नहीं हो सकता. I have been part of millions of such films. I have played father to so many. ये बॉलीवुड ये हीरोइन नहीं बनना चाहती थी. इसका ये नहीं था कि मेरा कोई गाना हीरो के साथ नहीं है, मेरे ऑपोजिट कोई नहीं है, मेरे ऐसा नहीं था. तो I think that made a lot of difference. And
That mindset.
Not that she was not thinking. I'm sure she is thinking that with all the today's heroes that she will want to do, and she should. Because her tragedy and her glory is that her first film is Tanvi The Great. Because to get back something like this, it will take her years. मेरे से आज तक सारांश का स्टिग्मा नहीं हटता मेरे ऊपर से कि जी सारांश वाली बात नहीं. अरे हाँ अच्छा काम किया भाई मैंने. नहीं सारांश वाली बात नहीं.
I understand.
Am I right, sir? When you saw the first rushes, you said to me, "Great choice, sir."
Yes, sir.
Because मेरे को सबको जवाब देना. सब पूछते थे क्यों ये कैसे ले लिया तुमने क्यों ले लिया.
I understand, sir. You know, talking of the greatness that the film is, associated with it, a lot of things that are happening are also great. The great Robert De Niro also kind of gave you a lot of compliments, and he loved the half that he saw. Yeah. What did you have to say about these things?
No, the fact that he came to the premiere was, I still can't believe that happened because there was no way that he was coming. I did not know, but then his wife said, "We are coming."
Right.
And I'll see, let you know, because it must be depending on Mr. De Niro's mood or what his assignments are day per day. But I could not believe that I've been friends with him, but still that everybody calls him Bob, even younger actors call him Bob. I can't get to call him that. And he loved the music part of it. He did not comment much. I've sent him the full film and he will say that. But also I think what has happened, the Anil Thadani AA Films taking the film
Certainly.
for distribution. Then Excel Entertainment coming on board. That's a big thing. And they saw the film and then they have decided to come. So that's a great endorsement. And they're all professional people. Excel is, I have great respect for both Ritesh and Farhan, their choices, the way they have conducted their career. So that I think has become, then NFDC coming on board after seeing the film. So I think these are interesting things that are
Certainly. So one last question before I want to leave you all. I would love to know from each one of you, what are we expecting from you next? Jackie sir, we'll start with you. Expecting from you next. हमने आपको हाउसफुल में देख लिया. We'll see you in Tanvi. After that.
I haven't thought that far. For me, this is going to be a milestone in whatever role that I've done. A film will be a milestone for me. But there are films that I'm doing. I'm doing Rajni Garu's Jailer 3 and then
Yes.
Dharma production, something. So things are happening, but I'm excited about
Tanvi
my
the
friend's film, Tanvi the Great at the moment.
Certainly. Pallavi ma'am, you?
Well, this is our upcoming project, Tanvi.
Absolutely.
And a month after that, both of us will be seen in the Bengal Files.
Yes. So
My name has not been announced as yet, but she's right now announced that I'm in that film. Something very exciting I have done in the Beauty There film. Something very exciting. I have a film releasing in 2 days' time. I'm very excited about that
Yes.
also. Metro in with an amazing director, Anurag.
Anurag da.
But right now, day, night, I'm like wearing blinkers. I only see Tanvi the Great. That's all. Somebody told me Raj Kapoor ji used to do that.
Right.
वो किसी और चीज़ के बारे में किसी को बात ही नहीं करने देते थे, उनको कमरे से बाहर निकाल देते थे. आपको किसी और के बारे में अभी मैं नहीं निकाल रहा आपको, मगर yeah, you have to eat, drink, you have to sleep, you have to wake up with the film because it consumes you.
No doubt.
And it's a बड़ा नशा कोई नहीं है, because it's all creation. There is no, I can freely say that there is no reference point of any film in this film. कि ये फिल्म देख के लोग ये सीन लगेगा ऐसा है. So it's a completely original piece of work and it has to consume you completely.
No doubt. One last question, sir, to you as a director and as a filmmaker here. Will we see Tanvi on OTT as well?
Not yet.
Okay.
I want people to watch it in the theatre because it's made for the big screen. And I think we have to risk sometimes some things. It's a insecure mind which sort of says that there are so many films I would want to ultimately for it to go on OTT and so that it can be seen all over the world. But this whole audience saying that OTT पे देख लेंगे अभी रहने देते हैं. I don't think. I come from years when every film we have had so many premieres together of Subhash ji's film. We used to go in a bus, whether it was Karma, whether it is Ram Laghan, whether it was Saudagar, or whether all this film, the whole joy of Yash Chopra. I remember the first screening of Dil Wale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge. I think the audience looked at it. तो हमको audience को हम ही ने spoil किया है. ये जी बस मेरे को इतने पैसे मिल रहे हैं, मिलने चाहिए. मैं कर्जे में हूँ इस फिल्म को लेकर. मुझे बहुत पैसा लोगों का लौटाना है. बट मुझे पता है कि ये पिक्चर लोगों को पसंद आएगी और जिन नए लोगों को हमने प्रोड्यूसर बनाया है वो दोबारा हमारी फिल्म में इन्वेस्ट करेंगे इफ वी मेक मनी इन दिस.
Which you will, and fingers crossed. So on that note, thank you so much and all the best.
Thank you.
Lovely chatting with you.
थैंक यू सो मच. लवली टॉकिंग टू. एक दिन वायलेंस सुनाना आप बजाते.
Premiere के दिन probably.